Right. Hello, good evening, good day, and good afternoon, wherever you're tuning in from. This is a quick video inspired by my buddy Greggatron, whose YouTube channel will be linked in the description. And he was the one who's like, hey, you should put a short on there to showcase your collectibles. And mind you, this is just one bookshelf. This is really all I've ever collected that has actually remained in an inventory throughout the years. Years being in the service, you move a lot. So this is what has stayed behind. And so, without further ado, we'll start from the bottom top. From the bottom to the top, actually. A certificate from a national competition, Elementary Excellence in Competition. I actually got some points for shooting really well with the 9mm. This is while I was in the service. My call sign in the Iraq War, yes, Air Force does Army jobs and sees crap. But my call sign in the Iraq War was Joker. And for comic book character's sake, that's my favorite villain, if you will. This is a miniature Nintendo 8-bit. I grew up playing that. Not this one, but the old style, bigger box one. But this is a miniature version of that. It's playable, has a bunch of games that I grew up playing. You'll also notice some books, many from comedians like George Carlin or whatnot. And then I have some books from my days in university before I joined the service. And some figurines you'll see here. I am a 49ers fan, although I do not support the NFL anymore. The classic 49ers players like Jerry Rice, the best receiver in the game. That's awesome right there. And then Joe Montana, arguably the greatest quarterback ever to play the game. Yeah, I want to say Tom Brady. Tom Brady's the greatest. Yeah, well, Joe Montana never lost a Super Bowl. All right. Yes, I was a Rush Limbaugh fan for many years, if not at least 2 decades. And, yep. Hey, and there's Speed Racer. That's the mini Funko Pop. And this is a challenge coin of where that little rook is. Or the knight, excuse me. I haven't played chess in a while. From the Operational Support Squadron before I retired from the service. Dog tags up here. Skeletor, one of my favorite villains from the cartoon He-Man and the Masters of the Universe when I was growing up as a kid. It's one of my favorites as well. And then there's another 49er classic, Ronnie Lott. And then there's Steve Young. Steve Young still holds the record for most touchdowns thrown in a Super Bowl with 6. Oh, look, there's Frank Castle, the Punisher. Excuse me. In the dark shadows. As a vigilante. I have nothing else for that. And here is, I've had this up here for years. This would have been 2016 when he ran and won being the 45th president. This is the inaugural address invitation that was sent to me. For that event. I didn't obviously get to go because I'm over here in Germany. But framed the invitation in and of itself. And here we go here. There's another Joker. Yep, that's the one with the card. Oh, Batman. And behind there is what's known as a shadow box. Got this one before I retired. It's the American flag. I had never been to Afghanistan, thank God. All my time in the war was in Iraq. But anyway, this shows the ranks. I don't know if you can see. The ranks. There's the familiar knight from the OSS. There's the Christmas ribbons, I call them, that I had throughout the time. The one in the slap dab middle is the one with 4 oak leaf clusters, which means that's the Iraq campaign badge. And I had spent some time in there. So for every campaign that you serve through, you get an oak leaf cluster. We were the first Air Force gun truck company since Vietnam. Yes, it's nuts, man. Some of the funnest and most scariest times in my life. Anyway, here's something I found. The Presidents of the United States. Obviously it ends because this is an old bookmark with Donald J. Trump. That's just something I found. The box set of Seinfeld from my dear friend Robin. She and I will pass some Seinfeld references for laughs. And, okay, I have two Arnold movie characters here. I have Arnold from the movie Predator. This is cool because this would have been during that scene when he was calling out the Predator. And you can kind of sort of see the torch. Kind of is a little translucent. You can kind of see it without breaking the visual here. This is him. It's a really classic scene in that sci-fi movie. So, anyway, I place him. I've got to dust some of these toys. I haven't dusted in quite a while. You know, you have a bookshelf, and you just kind of forget about it. Presidential coin. When I retired, I think I already put that down there. Dog tags. And here we go. Another classic Arnold movie character from The Terminator. I think McFarlane, the McFarlane Toy Company, made a lot of these movies. I think it was McFarlane. He's a famous, still is, famous comic book artist, but he came out with a line of toys, highly detailed. This is him wearing the classic 1984 Terminator clothing. This is that, I have it posed sort of right before he thinks he's about to shoot Sarah Connor before Kyle Reese saves her. And, back to speaking of time traveling, here's Doc Brown from Back to the Future 2. This is neat because the box has the newspaper article from the movie showing Marty McFly's son. But you open it, and it comes with different expressions on his face. I know the lights here are really reflective. There's another Predator up there. That one's from Predator 2. And then next to it is the Retirement Certificate of Appreciation from the Donald J. Trump, signed by him, and when I was in the service. 20 years later. Well, actually 27 years later. I've been retired now for 8. So anyway, as you can see, who really gets rid of DVDs unless you have a yard sale? But these are DVDs and Blu-rays that I have collected over the years that I have kept. Die Hard, Alien, Lethal Weapon, The Godfather. I actually have 2 versions of the Godfather box set. This is the regular Godfather Blu-ray. This is the Coppola. I want to say that's the restoration of the complete one. I was a big Godfather fan back in the day, so that's still there collecting dust. And because many years ago, I'm not into the Lord of the Rings or anything, but I bought it on an Amazon Day or Prime Day thing. It was like $20-$30 for the entire set. I watched the Lord of the Rings once all the way through. It's just, okay, great. It's another thing to get lost in. I just don't deal with that. Really cool movie. Just didn't get into it. Mr. Bean, of course, got to have Mr. Bean. Mini figurine of Donald J. Trump. And I have a Donald J. Trump figure that's quite tall. Oh, here it is. Look at this. I forgot. There we go. So my boy Greggatron probably will be jealous of this. But this is a...
ISIS has spread like cancer. Another mess I inherited. When you open your heart to patriotism, there is no room for prejudice.
That's a big amen to that. No room for prejudice. Yeah, that's pretty much it for this bookshelf. I want to thank my pal Greggatron for providing the suggestion that I showcase this in a video that looks like it's going to be almost 10 minutes, if not over. Anyway, y'all have a blessed day, blessed week, etc., etc.